All right, my friends, so someone said that on Gran Turismo that my settings video that I made and I put out wasn't actually good because I didn't have a couple of things set up in like the, here, let's get in here real quick and check this out. Man, that is super loud. I only need it on like 5. So, okay, let's go into America's. Go into Watkins Glen, and then we'll do a time trial real quick. But we're gonna set up something. They said that so I'm gonna come over here a little bit. I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer, just so you guys can like really see and be like right up close. So we're gonna get into settings, and they're saying that the controller steering sensitivity makes a difference, and that the vibration, what the heck, that says headset vibration on collisions only. Okay, so where's this vibration thing that this dude was saying? That's for the headsets. PlayStation VR 2 headset vibration on collisions only. Collisions or yeah. So trigger effect. Okay, accelerator strong. Okay, well there you go. Let's see how much of a difference that that sensitivity makes. Okay, yeah, dude, like what is this supposed to be doing? It literally feels the damn same. It absolutely feels the exact same as what it felt like without it. I swear people just make stuff up sometimes just so that they can try to sound superior. It has absolutely zero effect. Let's see. Yeah, like it has zero effect. That does nothing. Does absolutely freaking nothing. Doesn't matter if you have it on -2 or you have it on 10. It does not do a damn thing to your freaking wheel setup. Nothing at all. It doesn't change anything. It feels exactly the same. Yeah, it does nothing. And the headset vibration does nothing because I'm not wearing a headset right now, so so I don't know what the heck this dude's talking about. I mean, it literally does absolutely nothing. We'll go through this first part again real quick. Yeah, it does absolutely freaking nothing. It literally feels the damn same. Like, what is this freaking dude talking about? I literally don't feel anything. Get through this part right here. Yeah, see, look, this all literally feels the damn same. I don't know what the heck this guy's talking about. They tell me I'm experiencing a placebo effect. Go through that side one more time on the front of this lap. See how it feels one more time, because to me, I'm not feeling any difference. It literally feels the exact same no matter what. I felt the same. That feels the same. Just feels, yeah, like what the hell? Like it literally just feels the same. So yeah, all right guys, this literally feels the exact same. So I don't know, man, if somebody's trying to tell you that like, if somebody's trying to tell you that the controller's sensitivity matters for your wheel, like I'm not feeling any difference at all, like nothing. In my settings that I put up the other day, I stand by those, because yeah, this is not doing anything to change this experience at all. Nothing at all. It's not doing anything. It literally feels the exact same. Like I'm not getting any extra, I'm not even getting any extra sensitivity. Those are literally for your damn controller. That is all they do. There's two settings for your wheel on Gran Turismo. You got torque and you got sensitivity. Why would there be two sensitivities? Like that doesn't even matter to me. From my understanding is you don't necessarily need a whole lot of sensitivity with a direct drive wheel. So you can turn that down, and we're going off of what Thrustmaster settings are, and I'm like, yeah, this actually feels pretty good. The things that I turned down was like the high boost, because I didn't really need it on Gran Turismo, and it wasn't really doing much anything. And you know, some of the other settings, like what I posted or whatever, yeah, that feels good to me. You got to understand, like when you're going from a belt drive wheel to a direct drive wheel, you're gonna lose that inherent friction and dampener that you have on your wheelbase. Now, depending on what one you go from, if you're going from like a T150 or a TMX or a T248, I say the T248 actually feels pretty dang good. Or you're going from like a T300 or the TGT2. Like the higher up in power you go, the more those wheels feel good. You're talking about 30 plus years of experience of building out these wheel setups, these belt drive wheels, to make them feel as good as possible on racing games, to a newer technology. Well, it's not new technology. I mean, direct drive's been around for a while, but to like entry level direct drive wheelbases, like it's not going to translate one to one. Like there's a distinct feeling in your belt drive wheels, whereas you're going to get a distinct feeling from your direct drive. Now, direct drive, in my experience, in the last couple of years since I've been using direct drive, it's sometimes it's hit or miss. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. Sometimes direct drive for me is hit or miss. Sometimes it can feel absolutely incredible, and I can acclimate to the game really easy and just be like, yeah, this is incredible. I want to keep playing it like this. Other times I'm sit there playing around with settings forever, literally trying to find something that just works good on the direct drive wheel, because sometimes it doesn't know how to interpret what the freak is going on, because the force feedback is designed for a belt drive wheel. And then I'll throw my TGT on, or my T248 on those exact same games, and it blows my freaking mind at just how good it is. So yeah, everybody out there, like, you're all gonna have your little, like, everybody's gonna come to a realization that, like, look, direct drive is the better technology, obviously. And a lot of people are gonna fanboy for it because they are playing specific games that feels really good. And I guarantee that every sim racer out there, I guarantee it, we all have our games that we absolutely love and our games that we love less. And a lot of it comes down to the freaking hardware that we're actually using, because there are games that I love on my belt drive wheels that I don't really like on direct drive, and then there are games that I love on my direct drive that I just can't do as good on a belt driven wheel. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. My belt driven wheel is actually pretty good, consistent across most games, because it has that innate feeling for those most of the time. But there's obviously games that feel really damn good on a direct drive wheelbase. So it's like, yeah, I mean, like, if we wanted to get technical, I would much rather play Assetto Corsa Competizione on my Fanatec DD Pro than I would on my Thrustmaster TGT. That's just because the Fanatec version has like these extra fillings in there that actually make it feel really good. But if we get completely technical, the one that has the absolute best overall feeling for that game is that gosh damn G923. That True Force on Assetto Corsa is absolutely incredible. So it's not so cut and dry. Even a gear driven wheel like the G923 is enough to satisfy me on certain experiences. So when we go into this and we're just looking at like, oh my gosh, this is the best, or no, this is the best, or this is the best, all three of them have their place in terms of like where they fit in and how good they are. So in my opinion, and I mean, I think this even comes from Thrust or Polyphony Digital themselves, is Gran Turismo is built around a spring, is built around like a belt driven wheelbase. That's why it feels absolutely incredible on the TGT2. Like, I don't think that anything other than maybe True Force on the G923 has actually given me like that like, whoa, this feels good feeling like the TGT2 has been able to do. Like the T248 feels good on it. That's the funny thing. The T248 feels good on it. The T128 feels good on it. The G923 feels good on it. And the Thrustmaster TGT2 all feel incredible on GT7. When I get over and I start playing on my direct drive wheels, even on the Thrustmaster T598, I have to get it good enough to where it can at least feel good. And this is the same with my Fanatec DD Pro on this game. The Fanatec DD Pro, like, it feels good, and everybody's like, oh man, you could just increase the weight of the wheel. Well, yeah, when you increase the weight of the wheel, you lose other effects, you lose other feedback, at least in from what I can feel. From what I can feel on my experience, I'm losing other feedback that's more important to me than having a heavier wheel. So when I get into it, my wheel is kind of light. And it's the same with the T248, or I meant the T598, is I still get like that feeling, but it does feel softer than what it does on my TGT2. My TGT2 feels good. I can feel that friction all the time. Like, it just feels good. If I turn up the friction or something else on one of the direct drive wheels, and you start getting the freaking oscillation that drives you nuts, and you just can't race with that anyways. So you got to make compromises on direct drive, you know, depending on, like, if you're at like 5 to 8 Newton meters, guys, yeah, your wheel is going to feel a little bit soft on some of these games. It just is. But it doesn't have to be that way, because I literally put this same wheelbase, the T598, onto on Dakar Desert Rally. I was playing that today. I've been up playing like my rally games today. That's what I've basically been doing is testing out on the PC right now. Like, I'm on the PC with the T598. I'm testing that out. I'm getting that all set up. I went to put the race line pedals back on there today, and they won't even work now. I don't know what the heck is going on. Ever since I I'm thinking after I updated to 1.98, I can't even get them to read on my wheelbase. So I'm still using the Thrustmaster T248 pedals that I'd been testing. I don't know, man. Maybe I ruined it by putting those other pedals on there. But yeah, but other than that, like I've been testing all of my dirt-based games, my rally games. Getting in here, testing the PC stuff out. I tested out freaking Rant Sport last night. That game feels absolutely incredible on a T598. So like I'm testing this out. Like I'm trying to build like a knowledge base around the T598 because this is going to be a wheel that I use frequently on the channel, like going forward. Like I'm doing my whole month for it, and I'm gonna make content, and then I'm gonna start switching out the wheelbase, you know, making content on some of them other games and stuff. When certain games come out, I'll be going through the, you know, I'll be testing out the TGT2. I'll be testing out all of them. I might actually buy another Evo rim for my TGT2 just so that I can have something to swap out with it. I might actually buy a second Evo rim that has the old style on there because I absolutely love that freaking TGT2. I like to play on that. I think it is an incredible wheelbase, and I do kind of feel, my friends, if you're a Gran Turismo guy, if Gran Turismo is your #1 game and you already have a TGT2, I don't necessarily think you have to upgrade to the direct drive system, because you are going to leave a little bit on the table that you've grown accustomed to, that you've already built, like like you know how a game is supposed to feel, and it feels good to you. And so when you go to something that just doesn't have that same feeling, but it has a different feeling, you're going to have to spend time getting acclimated to that. And some people are just not going to like that process of going from a TGT2 to a T598 or even a Fanatec DD Pro from the TGT2. Like some people are going to be like, oh man, I should just keep my TGT2. Then they're going to feel like they wasted money on the direct drive. It's not going to give them that good experience, so they're going to feel conflicted. And you know, it's crazy. Like going from a TX to a freaking 15 Newton meter direct drive Camus wheelbase, that was enough to blow my freaking socks off. Like that was powerful. That was like, whoa, man, this feels significantly different. Like that gap was so freaking huge. We're talking 2.5 Newton meters all the way to 15 freaking Newton meters. Like that is a drastic change. Going from 2.5 to 5 or 6 or 8 or something like that, like you're still basically in the same ballpark, you know, of like, okay, like the feelings are just not super exaggerated like they are with something as powerful as a 15 Newton meter direct drive wheel. And then, you know, 12 or whatever. Like I've actually just recently went back from a 12 Newton meter Camus direct drive wheel back down to like my Fanatec 8 Newton meter or the T598 or the Thrustmaster TGT, because you just don't need that extra power. Like you don't need that extra power to be happy, but yes, it does give you a greater range of being able to play with. You set your wheelbase up really high and then you lower your settings in game. Whereas with the lower wheelbases, you might be like setting your in game a little bit higher to try to. I've been testing out and playing around with a lot of stuff, and you know, I kind of just find myself at a point where like you can't make everybody happy. There's always going to be the sweats out there, the little sim racing sweaty people out there that are like, you don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I don't care about like the freaking super fine tuning. And I don't think most casual people that are watching this channel care about that either. They just want it to feel good like I do. I want it to feel good. And most of the time, what I've found on these higher end, you know, Thrustmaster, Fanatec, Logitech, set the game at auto. They got auto settings that feel pretty good. If you're out there playing around with everything, watching all the sweat channels and all of that stuff, you're gonna confuse yourself just like I did when I first came into sim racing, thinking that like, oh, I need this, and you're gonna waste so much time and you're gonna drive yourself nuts. If you're just a casual and you don't have hours to sit down and actually play these damn racing games for hours upon hours and getting into all of that, you're probably going to be better off with just the regular settings. Like I'm working full time, I'm running this channel, and I want to enjoy sim racing. If this channel was only sim racing, then it would make sense for me to become a sweat and only do that. But I'm not. Like I like to play other games. So I need a little bit of extra time. So I don't necessarily always have time to get all super sweaty and everything. Like right now with the T598, this is the easiest way to explain the T598 and how it feels and why you can easily get in there and set it up, but some games might require a little bit more setup. As it sits right now, the T598, if it's not natively supported by a game, it automatically recognizes it as a Thrustmaster wheelbase. So it's gonna incorporate the settings that are gonna be like your T248 or something like that. So it's automatically gonna give you that. It's gonna give you that force feedback profile for the T598. So, and that's what I've noticed. In my own testing, that is what I've noticed. Like that's what it feels closer to. But obviously with the direct drive quirks and stuff like that. So it feels like that, and that's how the force feedback is feeling for the most part. So it's not even able to represent some of that stuff because it's just programmed differently or something. So you're gonna lose some feedback. So the games that you're losing like some feedback and stuff, just know that those are belt-driven wheels. It's copying, mimicking those settings that just don't compute like that on the direct drive wheel or something. So those games right there, I mean, it feels good, and there's like 100% compatibility. I haven't found a game yet that I have not been able to utilize the T598 on. I've been able to literally play every single thing that I've wanted to play, and I'm like, dang, this is good. Most of the games, they feel pretty good so far. So that's what I'm working on this weekend, is getting you guys some more settings. I'm going to redo the Fanatec versus the T598 video, and maybe get you guys another couple of freaking PlayStation 5 Pro videos. So, all right, my friends, I know that this video started off weird, it turned into a freaking long rant, but dude, I hate it when people come to the channel to try to make me feel stupid and say, this is the thing, and then I try it and I'm like, dude, what are you guys talking about? Like literally, what are you talking about? Because like if I miss something, yeah, definitely I want to go back there and find it, but that setting literally has zero to do with the way this feels. Literally nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Like it did not feel different at all. At all. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.